So I wanted to show you how to make a farmhouse pillowcase cover like this. So to get started, you need a 32 by 36 inch flour sack. You can get these at Road King or pretty much anywhere. I got mine at Road King. It's a huge Tractor Supply.
So I wanted something simple and soft with a homemade feel to it. And this project was easy and it was inexpensive and it turned out exactly the way I wanted it.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do is these guys on the short end, which is the 32-inch end, they have a seam. Most of them do. You want to take and rip that seam all the way across the short side, so you have it completely open. That is where you will need to tuck your end under later and hem around for the opening of your pillowcase.
Next, you will want to iron all of your fabric, making sure you iron your open seam as well. Take the other long edge of your fabric and fold it together, right sides together. Then, pin along the edge and side and leave the top portion open. Now when you go to set up sewing your project, I used just a simple straight stitch throughout the whole thing. I backstitched the beginning and the ends. I am starting at the bottom edge of the pillowcase and I'm sewing along the existing hem. These flour sack towels already came hemmed along the edges. I left that in on two of the sides and I'm just sewing along that edge. If you're using regular fabric, a 1/2 inch seam allowance would probably work. When you reach your corner, just lift up your presser foot and rotate your fabric and continue sewing along the next edge. Sewing, you can open up your seam and iron it flat, and then you'll want to turn your pillowcase right side out and start working on the hem of your opening. You can use a straight pin to pull out the corner. It's always a good idea to iron as you go on any project, whether you're making clothes or anything. So just go ahead and iron out all your edges and your seams and get your pillowcase really smooth. And then the last step will be your hem. So I measured down 1 inch and folded it over. Check to make sure your seam is open and it's flat as you're folding down your edge. Then you just iron along your hem. Fold down one more time and that will finish the hem on your pillowcase. I think I used 4 inches because I wanted, a 4-inch wide kind of end on my pillowcase. You can use whatever width you would like, but 4 inches is what I used. And again, you might want to check your seam just to make sure it's completely flat. And then you're going to iron one more time before you take it to your machine to start your sewing. So then you'll just take it over to your machine. I did just a simple straight top stitch all the way around, and I like to start at my seam and end at my seam. I'm sewing as close to the inside edge as I can get, probably about 1/8 of an inch. And you are done. You have finished your pillowcase. All you have to do is iron it out and it will be ready to use. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you'll check out more videos in the future, and I will see you next time.